Now we want to talk about localisation of fiscal policy. That's all very academic and funny jargon, isn't it? What does it mean? Devolving policies on tax and spend, basically. And what we've seen, I think this came out of the presentations from the North, a range of developments over a period of time, each of which are being experimenting in different ways with the use of this localised use of fiscal policy, which began not necessarily with city deals, was then extended to enterprise zones. Anyone here working with an enterprise zone? Well, the idea of in an enterprise zone, in a fixed area of land, any investments made in that piece of land, the business rates paid are retained locally and made available to the relevant local or combined authority. And of course, in some places, capital allowances are also available. The important point being is the retained business rates are available for a period of 25 years. So the sums which can be generated through enterprise zones through time are very significant, and of course can be used as leverage to draw down other funds. And it can draw down funds to invest in the site to bring it to the market. A variant of the enterprise zones was the tax increment financing program, very similar to enterprise zones, where local authorities were empowered by the government to extend their borrowing and use that loan finance to invest in specific areas in city centres, and 100% of the business rates paid would then be retained locally to either reinvest in public services or to pay the loan debt back. And indeed, my university in Newcastle, working very closely with the City Council, have seen a recent development, part financed by the local authority, using its powers under tax increment financing. We've also seen combined authority investment funds. I think there's 9 or 10 still standard at the moment, each of which have been, the government is committed to provide between £15 and £35 million per annum for 15 to 30 years. Well, you think, well, that's not very much cash, is it? Well, it may not be on an annual basis, but it's the guarantee that that cash is provided for a long period of time, which in effect underwrites the ability of the combined authority to draw down very significant sums of investment finance. It's a bit like the government, if you put this in plain English, the government promising to pay your mortgage for the next 15 to 25 years. So why wouldn't you borrow? We're starting now to see some investments being made. And there's a provision going forward where we have elected mayors. I don't want to get involved in local politics, because I'll not get out this room alive, but there may or may not be one in the Bristol City region, but there will be elected mayors elsewhere, in Liverpool and Manchester and other places. And those mayors will have the possibility, through legislation, to work with the local business community to bring forward a supplementary business rate. Now, through time, that could be quite a considerable amount of investment finance. And indeed, in some respects, it's a development of the business improvement district concept, where local businesses agree to pay a supplementary business rate in return for a strong say in how those sums raised are invested in the local community.